back at the basement dig. I'm kind of working on my ramp to get down in here now, so I didn't really film a ton of it yesterday because it was kind of just a slow go with digging all my rock. I got down there this morning and kind of ripped it up a little bit, and I've got it down roughly where it needs to be. I need to get in there with the loader, level it out, and then Dad brought the roller back, so I've got it here to get down in there and roll some of that in, because that corner and some of that got a little bit deep, because the first set of plans that we looked at was like 11.6 on the basement. That ended up being 10'6" is what the basement walls were going to be. So when I first started, I was like 6 or 8 inches too deep, so I want to roll that back in with the compactor. As you can tell, I'm kind of running out of room for dirt, so we don't really want to haul any off yet, because we may need some more of these. We'll need it for backfill and then some of these courtyards. But originally, I'm going to dig a ramp, and then I was actually going to kind of turn it about where I'm sitting, 15, 18 feet wide, and then just daylight it all the way out to there. We may still do that, but for right now, with making the basement bigger, I'm actually got to take this tree out because it's right on the corner anyways. But right there where that's at, it's actually at the corner of the basement. I'm just going to dig one bucket width out where we can daylight all of our pipes and drainage out that way now, because that was going to be crawl space, so that wasn't actually going to work. So we'll daylight the pipes out there now, and then I'll still cut the ramp where we can get down in here and do our work. And then when it's all said and done, we may still dig this out and daylight it out, or we may just kind of make the ramp more gradual and pull these sides back and then have like a drainage grate down in that concrete and that daylights out there. So we're not 100% sure on that, but I mean, that can all be done after the fact. It's not holding anybody up. I'm just trying to get the basement dug and a ramp so that the concrete guys can get over here and start forming up. Excuse me. It's a gym day. It's crazy how it's like I can sit in here and work, and then until I start talking, and then I start yawning. So yeah, for now I'm going to get my ramp kind of roughed in. That way it's easy for me to get the machines up and down. And then we'll grade that out. I'll get the bottom of it rolled back in and get everything good to go on that. And then I'll work on trying to get, that's going to be the pain of it now, is I got to run right there on the edge. So I got to take some trees out to get to where I need to go, and then open that spot up. And then daylight a ditch out there. So that would have been nice to do originally, but like I said, at that time we hadn't heard if they were going to make the basement bigger or not, so they just roll with the punches. I do like the idea now I can kind of push and consolidate everything up in this corner, because this is actually some really good clay and fill material. It's just bone dry right now. But we may end up getting to take some of it. We got another building pad coming up, but for right now we just want to leave all of it on site, which works for me, because trying to get a dump truck back in here right now where I'm at is going to be a little bit of a pain. So I like the idea better of just stuffing it in this corner, and then I'll just get a dozer in there and just kind of keep pushing it up, and it may just be like one giant mountain or plateau of rock and dirt. basement is all cut out, compacted, put to grade, and then I went ahead and I had red paint, which is doesn't show up the best on that orange walls, but I kind of marked where the walls are going to be down inside there. So now we're not going to do the walkout and daylight it all out. I'm going to actually move some of that dirt and take that tree out and just dig a trench, and all the drains and stuff will go out that way. I may have already discussed that. So now they've decided, since we're not going to cut all that out and do all that for right now, that we're going to go ahead and use some of this and go ahead and build up these pads while I got the dozer and the roller here for what the grade is going to be. I'm going to go about, I don't know, 8 or 10 inches lower than the finished grade on the courtyard. So that one still has to come up like 14 inches on, we're past the dozer and everything else. And I'll have to bring it out further when they dig the walls. We're just going to wait on that, but we're kind of wanting to get some, or the builder's wanting to get some level surfaces out here to just kind of stockpile the wood and the lumber, and then when people are coming over here to work. So I may even jump up there and pull all that dirt down and take it all the way to the woods, and then we'll just re-dig out for the courtyard there. But this one we'll probably leave as far out as it is. I'm just going to bring the grade up, so that's going to kind of eat up some of our clay. Because what I was going to do is just kind of consolidate it, make one big pile, but I think now, instead of just doing that and then having to haul it back at a later date, since I got the dozer here, I can, I guess the quickest way with it will just be to back up and start pulling this back over here again and getting that out. And I may even cut a little more of this and curve it out where it's easier for the concrete guys and everybody to drive down in there. So we're just going to kind of take and work some of this material and doze it in and roll it in lifts.